Now, Good Morning Northwest, the two cases going before the Supreme Court that could reshape social media.
Sun and clouds, breezy today, sunshine to snow. That's going to be this week. The next system coming in, we're going to have a full check of that and the timing coming your way.
4 college students killed on 3 separate campuses. This morning, we're tracking the major breaks in each of those cases. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, February 26th. Let's get you on over to Mark to start our this hour off with our first alert forecast.
Yeah, brisk. Let's use that term. It's cool. Then we got the winds, but we have a relatively just high, thin clouds. You can see the full moon through it. Things look good. That's a live look, by the way. It's absolutely gorgeous. 31 degrees. Winds now to 17 miles an hour. It feels like it's 19 degrees. That means everybody's got to dress up before they head out the door. All right, still breezy today. Afternoon snow showers expected in our area. It is going to be a colder start for tomorrow. And then the active weather returns coming into Tuesday night, Wednesday. So we look at our live radar and satellite. You see this line, and this has been our morning as this continues to move out. We see that break. We see fairly clear skies, but all of this is going to come in with scattered snow showers later on this afternoon. So during the day, it should be pretty nice, however, breezy. We're sitting at 33 into the valley, 32 into Deer Park, 29 at Fairchild. Remember, the wind chills make it feel about 10 to 15 degrees colder than it really is. So make sure everybody's dressed up as they head out, especially if they've got to wait for a bus. We are going to see variable clouds today increasing around 2 o'clock with that chance of snow flurries through dinner time, and our high will be 38.
Mark, thanks so much.
Just 2 days away from now, Idaho will execute its first inmate in more than a decade.
73-year-old Thomas Creech is scheduled to die on Wednesday morning. Now, Creech is one of Idaho's most notorious criminals, convicted of 5 murders across 3 different states. He spent more than half of his life on death row and will die via lethal injection. In the days leading up to his death, specialized teams will undergo multiple trainings to ensure things will go as planned. It will be Idaho's first execution since 2012. We'll have a crew down in Boise to bring you the latest updates live Wednesday morning right here on Good Morning Northwest. The Supreme Court is set to hear 2 cases today that could determine the future of what we see on our social media.
Yeah, at issue is whether states can limit how tech companies remove content on their platforms, a process some critics claim is censorship. Let's get to Sydney Charles at the Breaking Now desk, breaking down what's being argued before the Supreme Court.
The justices will hear oral arguments today about whether 2 laws passed in Republican-run states are constitutional, one from Florida, the other from Texas. The Florida law bans tech companies from suspending the accounts of political candidates. The Texas law makes it illegal for tech companies to remove political content based on someone's viewpoint, even if it's hate speech. Now, supporters of these laws say social media platforms have been censoring users, especially those with conservative or religious views. But tech companies argue they have a right under the First Amendment to set their own standards in order to prevent misinformation. Both laws would allow tech companies to be sued for violations. The lawmakers in Florida and Texas say they're trying to regulate the business actions of tech companies, not their freedom of speech. Here at home, Spokane Public Schools recently held an informational night to help parents protect their kids from harmful content online.
Schools are so supportive of youth and open door policy to come in and talk. Parents can ask for help. There is no shame in asking for help. This is an epidemic for our young people of the social media and the influences that has on our kids.
Another tip shared at the event to protect your kids online: have honest conversations. For more information on the Social Media Awareness Night, just find this story on KXLY.com. And back to the arguments being heard by the Supreme Court today. The justices are expected to issue a ruling by this summer. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Major developments this morning in the murders of 2 college students on separate campuses.
The disturbing cases come just days after a double murder at another university. Here's ABC's Andrea Fugii.
This morning, multiple college communities across the country are searching for answers after 4 shocking murders on university campuses.
Whether it's the suspect's family or the victim's family, there's no winner.
At Campbellsville University in Kentucky, 18-year-old Hosea Kilman was found dead in his dorm room Saturday. Police quickly focused on fellow student Charles Escalera, who was arrested after reportedly hiding in a local farmer's barn.
He had located a a male in his barn while he was feeding, which he then in return called Greene County Sheriff's Department, and they contacted state police.
Escalera now faces murder and burglary charges, but police have not provided a motive in the case, and the cause of Kilman's death has not been released. A school spokesperson confirms Kilman and Escalera were both on the school's wrestling team.
This court is not authorized under Georgia law to set bond in light of these charges.
Meanwhile, the murder of a nursing student has rocked 2 college campuses in Georgia. 26-year-old Jose Ibarra is charged in the killing of Laken Riley, a student at Augusta University. The 22-year-old's body was found last week in a wooded area on the nearby campus of the University of Georgia after she failed to return from a morning jog. Police called the killing a crime of opportunity.
Investigations suggest that they had no relationship. He did not know her at all.
ABC News has learned Ibarra had been arrested in 2022 after entering the U.S. illegally from Venezuela. Immigration authorities say he was released for further processing. This case and this weekend's murder in Kentucky followed 2 killings at the University of Colorado this month. Nicholas Jordan is charged in the shooting deaths of his roommate and a friend. Police not yet revealing a motive in that case. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
We're tracking breaking news from the Middle East this morning. Today, Palestinian Authority Prime Minister Mohammed Staya and his government have submitted their resignations. The resignation comes as the Palestinian Authority comes under intense pressure from the U.S. to reform and improve its governance in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. The PA has long been seen as corrupt by U.S. politicians and Palestinians themselves.
President Biden wants the House to pass a Senate bill that would provide $60 billion for Ukraine. Without it, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky argues millions of people will be killed. House Speaker Mike Johnson is under pressure to block the vote on Ukraine aid, but the bill appears to have enough bipartisan support to pass.
Well, this weekend at People's Park in Spokane, a group of volunteers gathered to pick up some trash. From tires to fast food wrappers, volunteers gathered multiple garbage bags full of trash. The group's founder encourages everyone to do the same.
Just don't pick up anywhere dangerous, no highways. But if you see it and you pick it up, you've just made the world a better place. It's pretty easy.
There you go. And to find more information about how you can join the group or to report areas that are in need of a cleanup, you can find that information on our website, KXLY.com.
I sure appreciate what they do.
Absolutely. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:07.
Let's check back in with Mark and seeing what's happening. Ooh, got some snow on the passes.
We do. Siemens Pass, packed snow and ice. Snoqualmie Pass, not only do they have the packed snow and ice, but they have blowing snow. So it's going to be slow going if you're heading over to Seattle. So just be prepared for winter driving. 4th of July looks great. Top of Lookout Pass, a little blowing and drifting snow, but not the amounts that we see at Snoqualmie. So take it easy out there. We're going to have a full check of your forecast coming up.
When should you start planning for retirement and how can you do it? We're breaking down everything you need to know with STCU coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
And Nikki Haley lost her state's presidential primary. Now she's losing some big money. We'll explain right after this commercial break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
Missisquoi Casino Hotel is opening Friday, March 8th. Plus, our 4,000 square foot event center will be available for you to book your future meetings or events. Missisquoi Casino Hotel.
Feeling Claritin Clear is like
Is she?
Playing with the confidence of a pro and getting all up in that grass as if she doesn't have allergies. Yeah.
Nice.
Frozen water pipes are a serious risk during cold winter weather. When water freezes in a pipe, it can be a disaster for your home and your wallet. If you're not properly prepared, don't wait until it's too late. At Mainstream, we know exactly what it takes to keep your family safe during the cold season. So call or visit us online today.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
7 years ago is a pretty great way to start a speech. But
If it's also the age of your furniture, it might be time for a home refresh during the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and check out special purchases while they last. Plus 6 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
I was 34. I was a business owner. I was a single mom with a 4-year-old, and I felt a lump in the shower. I have cancer. It doesn't have me. I'm gonna get rid of it, and then I'm gonna go on with my life. I was gonna do anything that it took. I did, and here I am, almost 10 years later. I had a little boy. He needs his mom.
Mississauga Casino Hotel is opening Friday, March 8th. Plus, our 4,000 square foot event center will be available for you to book your future meetings or events. Mississauga Casino Hotel.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley is losing an important source of funding for her campaign.
The conservative advocacy group Americans for Prosperity announced it's pulling the plug on donations for Haley's campaign after she lost to Donald Trump in South Carolina's primary on Saturday. The group is affiliated with the Koch family. A spokesperson says while the group supports Haley's effort to stay in the race, it does not believe any outside group can help at this point to expand her path to victory.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says a partial government shutdown could happen at the end of the week. Schumer said Sunday congressional negotiators have not reached a deal yet on a government funding bill. He blamed chaos within the House Republican conference for the delay.
AT&T is offering $5 whole to subscribers affected by last week's service outage. The credit will show up on your bill, though it will not apply to business accounts or people who use Cricket, its low-cost wireless service.
Pope Francis has suspended his Monday morning audience as he deals with persistent mild flu symptoms. The Vatican press office says the decision is merely a precaution. The 87-year-old performed Sunday prayers as usual.
Monday morning, 10-second takeaway, cooler, breezy, all of that. Warmer layers are going to be needed, especially if you're out walking because these winds are to 20 miles an hour right now. High at 838.
The Spokane Home and Yard Show wrapped up on Sunday, marking the end of its 46th annual show. Thousands of people walked the aisles of the Spokane Fair and Expo Center over the 4-day event to check out all things home and garden. There was even a giant statue of Bigfoot to check out. The organizers tell us a lot of people came by just to enjoy the glimpse of spring.
One of our taglines is spring arrives early inside the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. So it's no wonder that so many people were ready for it and wanting to come out and see the greenery and the flowers and waterfalls and just get ready for spring.
Now, organizers also say in less than 3 days, the center will flip and transform for Custer's Show's 47th annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show. It's coming up a little later this week. For information and on tickets for what you'll see this year at that show, you can find our story on KXLY.com. Taste of spring. Sounds nice.
Sure does.
Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:13.
We want to help you protect your finances. Allison Martinez kicks off the start of a Money Makeover Week. We're talking about your retirement with STCU coming up right after this.
Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
YWCA's 42nd Women of Achievement Luncheon is March 15th at the Convention Center. We will be celebrating 8 amazing women of achievement and the WISE 121 years of service in Spokane. Visit ywcaspokane.org for tickets.
Kylie and I are excited to show you the rugged good looks and adventurous spirit of this all-new Subaru Outback.
It has a roomy interior and almost 9 inches of ground clearance that make on- or off-road driving fun.
Plus, Subaru's legendary safety features like symmetrical all-wheel drive and EyeSight driver assist technology.
Visit parkersubaru.com or drop by the dealership to learn about our great selection of vehicles built for adventure, comfort, and safety.
See the Subaru Outback and receive your no-problem customer service at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Jelly Roll, the Beautifully Broken Tour. Friday, August 30th, Spokane Arena. With Warren Zeiders and Alexandra Kay. Presale for City Card members begins Monday at 10 a.m. through Thursday at 10 p.m. Before the general public on sale Friday, March 1st, 10 a.m. at livenation.com. For more, visit jellyroll615.com.
He was a university high school freshman who needed extra attention, but the person hired to help him violated him instead. Where is that paraeducator now? How much did the school have to pay? And why wasn't this case enough to stop it from happening again? Watch Thursday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It is now 6:16. Getting ready for retirement is no easy process, but the earlier you start, the easier it will be to build that nest egg.
And this week is Money Makeover Week on Good Morning Northwest. And all week long, Allison Martinez is sharing tips and tricks from those local experts to help you manage your finances. And this week, we're starting off with STCU, and Allison Martinez is there now to talk all things retirement planning. Good morning, Allison.
Natalie, Robin, good morning. Now, putting money away for retirement is a habit that we are all capable of. Today, we're breaking down some of the information that can help you out when you're getting started. I'm joined by Brian from STCU. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us. This morning, we've been talking all about getting started and the amount of money that, there's no amount that's too little. Can you kind of walk us through that?
Sure. Well, and you mentioned, getting started early is very important, but I think another thing to remember is that there's really no perfect amount to set aside. The fact is, if you're setting aside something, it all goes towards your goal. So I can tell you a story very briefly. When I first started working in my early 20s, somebody pulled me aside and said, you really need to look at this 401k because the employer is matching some aspect of what you're putting in. I started with $20, which I thought was no big deal. Didn't feel like a lot, but it adds up over time, and I'm so glad that somebody pulled me aside and said, you really need to think about doing this.
Yeah, amazing, and just such an important lesson on consistency. What are some of the perks of being consistent when you're thinking about retirement planning?
Well, part of it's a great question. So part of that is just getting in the habit of saving. So again, back to amounts you can change based on life, right? You can change your budget, but getting in the habit of savings is important. So I've seen in my career people who for whatever reason started. Life happens, maybe they had to stop for a time and they forgot to get back into it, and next thing you know, a decade goes by. So you don't want that to happen. The other part that's very important is just this aspect of the time value of money, which means as you're setting dollars aside, those dollars are growing and you're earning on top of the dollars that you're earning. So it's just kind of like a snowball effect. And again, no amount's too little. The more you do and the more consistent you are, that snowball continues to pick up.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. So many helpful tips we're getting from you this morning. Now, we're going to continue to cover money, finance topics all week long on Good Morning Northwest. Back to you guys in studio.
Tomorrow, budgeting and tips. I need that.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Well, here's a live look over our downtown this morning. You can see the sun, the sky's starting to get a little lighter out there, starting to come up.
Yeah, so sun's starting to come up, moon's setting. It's a full moon right now. We're going to see that sort of go away, but we've seen it this morning. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, we do have other issues to talk about. We do have avalanche warning. This goes till tonight, 5 o'clock, into the higher elevations of North Idaho and parts of Montana above 5,500 feet because of the heavy snowfall. So they're saying limit your travel in that area. On your main highways, you're not going to have an issue, but some of the side roads and stuff could get a little sketchy. We're going to have temperatures starting off cool. Cold in places because of the wind. So 32 into Deer Park. Behind me, there's Fairchild and Cheney at 29, but feels like it's 18 degrees. We want you to be prepared, okay? 38 will be our high today, but we're still going to have those gusty west winds, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Tonight, temperatures down 24 degrees, clearing and cold start tomorrow. So we've got a break in the action here into the Pacific. We're seeing this energy come across areas of Washington, Idaho, and into Montana. That's going to be a trend through today into the mountains. We're going to remain clear. Things look pretty good for Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we see that next round of snow or rain, snow mix, depending. We want you to know that it is going to warm up by the end of the week for a little bit and then get cold again for the weekend. Highs today are going to be in the upper 30s for us. We are going to see then 36 for Tuesday. Look for the warm up windy and warmer Wednesday, 45 with a chance of rain or snow. And that's at 90% chance. Leap day, 42 with a chance of rain. Then we see a chance of snow coming in, and we get colder for the weekend with overnight lows in the 20s and our daytime highs, like we have right now, into the upper 30s. It's 6:20. It's Monday. You know what that means. It's time for Pet of the Week.
After a dog has been at Companion's Animal Center longer than we would like, they become part of the family. So is the case with Vinny, a 5-year-old Shepherd mix. Vinny is friendly, loves to play fetch, and just being outside with you and other dogs. He really loves it at Companion's Animal Center, but it's time for him to find a home of his own. If you're looking for a handsome companion, consider meeting Vinny. Stop by Tuesday through Sunday to meet him or visit our website at companionsanimalcenter.org for more information.
Hey, and he could fan you with that tail, too, on a hot day.
Oh, what a sweetie.
He's so cute. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:21.
A few weeks ago, the Zags' chances of reaching the NCAA tournament looked bleak. Well, now the Zags are proving it's not how you start, but how you finish. The secret to their newfound success? That's coming up next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At first, I used Better Than Bouillon for broth, and then stir fries, sauces, even marinades. And now there's the Culinary Collection. Italian herb for pasta, smoky chipotle for fajitas. It's like the deliciousness never ends. Make everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming everywhere at Custer's 47th Annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Join us as 250 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission, only $8. Tickets on sale now at CusterShows.com. Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6000 Window and Door Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now when you purchase a 6000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate up to $10 per square foot. Plus give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we do one thing, and we do it well. We're plumbers. In fact, we're the largest plumbing company in the region, and we're proud to say we've been voted the best plumbing company since 2009. We give you upfront pricing, so you know exactly what you'll pay before we start. And we do everything from drain cleaning to trench and sewer repair. So if you want your plumbing done right the first time, call a plumber. And call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
For a limited time, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf today to get started.
It's Coeur d'Alene Casino's Core Stars Entertainment Series. 38 Specials Timeless Blast of Southern Rock Hits. Live Thursday, April 18th. Damn straight. Don't miss Scotty McCreery, one of country music's biggest stars. Live Thursday, May 2nd. It's No Holds Barred Entertainment at King of the Cage, featuring upcoming MMA stars on Thursday, June 13th. Visit CDAcasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup. Winning is just the beginning.
We've talked for weeks now about how the Gonzaga Bulldogs essentially need to win out in the regular season
if they want a shot at making the NCAA tournament. And over the last 4 weeks, to their credit, they've passed every test that's been thrown their way. On Saturday night, they extracted some revenge against Santa Clara. In their first matchup against the Broncos last month, the Bulldogs had a dreadful night shooting, but there were no such issues this time around. The team went 8 of 16 from three-point range and also dominated inside as they finished with 44 points inside the paint. With just 2 games left before the WCC tournament, this Zags squad might be peaking at the right time.
And I just think we're starting to feel into ourselves. I think we're starting to get a real good understanding of what the game plan is with every team. Yeah, man, and honestly, I feel like we could do even better on the defense end, but I feel like we've been buckling down on a lot of teams on the defensive end. So I feel like that's been helping us in general.
Meanwhile, the Washington State Cougars saw their 8-game winning streak snapped as they fell to Arizona State on Saturday night. The real backbreaker, the team only went 3 of 18 from three-point range. Cougs will now return home to face the Los Angeles teams this upcoming week. Now, there is good news for Washington State fans. Despite the loss, because they beat the 4th-ranked Arizona Wildcats on Thursday night, they are still projected as a number 5 seed in the NCAA tournament, as we now have less than 3 weeks until Selection Sunday. In studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Coming up quick.
That is Go Cougs. It's now 6:26.
It's been 2 years since the start of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and Ukraine is still in desperate need of America's help. Sydney Charles is at the Breaking Now desk and have a big meeting at the White House this week.
And as the drug crisis continues to grow on our streets, there is a new way to keep tabs on the types of drugs making their way into the region. We'll take a look at that. And as we send you off to a commercial break, here's a first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7.
This is protecting her face.
In this morning's GMA First Look, how to protect yourself while running.
If you hit someone, you always hit the center. If you swing like this, it takes too long and it doesn't hurt.
New concerns about women's safety after the shocking death of nursing student Laken Riley, killed during her morning run on the University of Georgia's campus. And this morning, experts sharing tips with GMA.
Make me take at least 2 steps back. Go. Yeah. Move your hips, smash the groin.
Women sharing their concerns.
As a woman, do you feel more vulnerable in certain situations?
Yes, all the time. I feel vulnerable walking. I feel vulnerable even in the car.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on what you need to know to stay safe. With your GMA First Look, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News, Los Angeles.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis takes you off course, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When I wanted to see results fast, Rinvoq delivered rapid symptom relief and helped leave bathroom urgency behind. Check.
When UC tried to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC caused damage, Rinvoq came through by visibly repairing my colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Save your greed!
The President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 6 years, no interest. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
See your favorite Paw Patrol characters live on stage in the all-new Paw Patrol Live Heroes Unite. You and your kids will love this interactive adventure.
Playing First Interstate Center for the Arts this weekend only. Get tickets now at PawPatrolLive.com.
It's time
time to leap into savings this February at both Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, as Cal Cars is offering a super deal where you can bring your tax return in and Cal will help match it up to $2,000. Plus, when you come in and take a test drive, you'll qualify to win $250,000 on February 29th. It's the perfect chance to get a new set of wheels for less with a $2,000 tax match. This week at Cal.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap.
We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
It's the extended President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit Queen for only $299.99, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker with the stories people are reading about online this morning. And we start with that breaking news. Republican National Committee Chair Ronna McDaniel will step down after 7 years at the helm of the GOP. McDaniel said she would resign at the party's spring training meeting to, quote, allow our nominee to select a chair of their choosing. McDaniel was handpicked by Donald Trump to serve in the role shortly after his 2016 election. Her resignation is expected to take effect after Super Tuesday, March 5th.
Well, check this out. It brings a whole new meaning to the term shredding the gnar. A group of very brave pro skateboarders getting some half-pipe action atop the very high Palm Tower in Dubai. The view is, of course, absolutely stunning, but death-defying here. In case you were wondering how high they were, well, we'll say they're up a little more than 800 feet. The group is in town for a World Skateboarding Tour event, and I'm so glad we're leaving that to the professionals.
Oh, my goodness.
Impressive, though.
Yeah, it is. Crazy. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Welcome into your Monday. It is February 26th. Let's start off with Mark Peterson here for a first look at our forecast as we kick off the week.
Breezy, clearing skies, sunshine will be out this morning, but we see, beautiful shot of that full moon right there. And we do have cold temperatures. We're sitting at 31, winds to 17, makes it feel like about a 19-degree day. Make sure you're dressed appropriately as you head out. Here's a look at the 4 things you need to know. Still breezy today. Afternoon snow showers pushing through the area. They will be light and variable. Colder start for tomorrow morning, and then the rest of the week is going to be very active. So we see with radar that this entire system continues to move out. We do see the clearing condition, but then we have this. Seattle waking up to a little bit of light snow here and there, but certainly into the mountains and Snoqualmie Pass. That'll continue to just fill in, and we'll see some light snow showers from that. Hovering at or around freezing, 32 in Deer Park, 33 Liberty Lake. We have 36 into Coeur d'Alene. Our hot spot this morning. Here's your forecast for the day. We are going to see that sunshine to start. Increased clouds, flurries this afternoon with a high of 38.
New on Good Morning Northwest. Several areas in North Idaho and eastern Montana are under a high avalanche warning this morning. And that's according to the Idaho Panhandle Avalanche Center. Take a look at this map. Areas affected include the Selkirk and Cabinet Mountains, Kootenai, and St. Regis and Silver Valley. Now, travel in any of these areas is not advised. The warning expires just before 6 o'clock tonight.
It's been 2 years since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. For the first time ever, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky saying how many of his troops have been killed. 31,000 since the invasion started.
It comes ahead of a crucial meeting at the White House this week. Let's get over to Sydney Charles at the Breaking Now desk. Sydney, what do we know so far about this meeting?
Well, Natalie, President Biden is meeting with top congressional leaders tomorrow, including House Speaker Mike Johnson, to make his case in putting a foreign aid bill up for a vote in the House. Now, after passing in the Senate with bipartisan support, the bill has stalled in the Republican-led House. Right now, pressure is building on Speaker Johnson to pass the bill, which would send $60 billion to Ukraine.
Comes down to one person, Speaker Johnson. Will he put the bill on the floor? I have spoken with him personally. He has indicated that he would like to get the funding for Ukraine. He's trying to figure out a way to do it.
Russia has been advancing in Ukraine in the last few weeks, and the White House says this is not about a shortage of will, but a shortage of bullets. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Ukraine needs military aid from the U.S. within the next month, adding that troops are preparing for another Russian attack in late May. ABC's James Longman asked President Zelensky about putting his faith in the United States. Take a listen.
Have you lost faith in the U.S.?
No. They are great people, and I count on your people.
Now back to the high-stakes meeting tomorrow. Along with asking the White House to pass the foreign aid bill, President Biden will also meet with congressional leaders to avert a government shutdown. Congress has until Friday to pass a new funding deal. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. The increase of opioid overdoses and deaths on the streets of Spokane is threatening our community.
There are many different illicit drugs available, and if combined, they can prove lethal. Under a statewide program, the local organization Compassionate Addiction Treatment has been testing small drug samples and collecting the data to learn what drugs are on the streets. Bobby Lee Moskaloff is managing the program. 6 years ago, she says she was out on the streets herself struggling with drug addiction. She says she understands how dangerous these drugs are and wants to save lives.
So with something like this, I can test people's drugs and maybe I'll find something that's new, and that nobody's seen before, and we can let people know about it.
The University of Washington Addictions, Drug and Alcohol Institute will compile the results, which will then be available on its website. Anyone can stop by the center and get drugs tested at no cost.
Well, check this out. A sea of red illuminating the sky in Taiwan. Thousands flocking to New Taipei to release lanterns inscribed with messages, including some wishes. And the Lantern Festival, which has become an international tourist attraction, takes place 15 days after the Chinese New Year. Throughout history, lanterns were used in military communications, along with beacon towers, to pass along information between troops over large distances. And they're also pretty gorgeous to look at as well. Spokane also celebrating the Lunar New Year this weekend.
Just kidding, I just want to get your attention. What's going on, Spokane?
Well, you may recognize that face. That's our very own Peter Choi. He was one of the MCs at the Convention Center Saturday night, and apparently he's also a beatboxing extraordinaire.
Yes.
More than 20,000 people turned out for the event. Very cool. And coming this weekend, hundreds of talented high school track and field athletes will compete at the podium right across the street here from our studio.
Yeah, Spokane Sports will host the STCU West Coast Championship for the second year. 600 athletes from across the West Coast will participate in this last indoor track and field meet for the season. It'll conclude the largest season Spokane has hosted in the 3 years since the podium opened. To buy tickets or learn more about the West Coast Championship, look for this story on KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:37.
We're going to see some snow in those passes today. Mark's checking out those cameras. What are we looking at right now?
Yeah.
Well, Stevens Pass once again living up to the packed snow and ice. Snoqualmie Pass. Not only do they have some of the driving lanes doing okay, but blowing and drifting snow to add the lack of visibility. And then you have 4th of July Pass looking great, but you get on top of Lookout Pass, you're going to see, again, a little bit of light snow up there and a little blowing and drifting. So we want you to use caution as you travel heading over to the west side. Yeah, that's going to be a labor of love, so be prepared. We're going to have a full check of your forecast coming up.
And could car keys be a thing of the past? The new technology that was unlocked this weekend, we'll show you next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
7 years ago is a pretty great way to start a speech. But if it's also the age of your furniture, it might be time for a home refresh. During the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and check out special purchases while they last. Plus 6 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
It's Monday on Kelly. From the Today Show, Savannah Guthrie.
You get up so early.
Yeah.
Like, when you hang out, is it like meet you at the bar at 3 p.m.?
Ain't no party like a 3 p.m. party.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
A combination of fun and performance is why Kylie and I are excited to show you the Subaru Crosstrek.
The all-wheel drive Crosstrek offers an available 2.5-liter Subaru Boxer engine, giving you extra performance and power unlike anything on or off the road.
There's no shortage of space for passengers and a surprising amount of cargo room for your gear.
The Crosstrek now offers an 11.6-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto integration.
Check out the Subaru Crosstrek and receive no-problem customer attention at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Over the years, your floor can take a beating. From those indoor soccer matches to late-night parties, it's important to choose a quality product that will last a lifetime and add elegance to your home. Nobody has a better selection at a better price than the hometown pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop. Shop for wood.
At Windsor Plywood, they will help you pick it out, give you great tips on how to install it, and even give you ideas for other upgrades. It's a one-stop shop that's got it all.
Windsor Plywood.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time triple pep pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Giant, classic, and mini cup pepperoni? Now that is an expression.
Order the triple pep today.
Welcome back. It's South 640. A man spent nearly 40 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, and he's one of thousands.
According to the National Registry of Exonerations, in the last 35 years, nearly 3,500 people have been exonerated, with more than half of them being black. Now, some of their stories are being told on stage. In 1975, at the age of 18, Ricky Jackson was accused of killing a white salesman in Cleveland, Ohio. His case relied on the testimony of a 12-year-old boy who years later said he was coerced by police. Ricky's Darkness is now under the center stage spotlight as an opera.
What is it like to see your story in that form, the form of an opera?
It's different. Music and song has a way of bringing about understanding.
The 90-minute opera is called Blind Injustice. It recently made its East Coast debut at Montclair State University in New Jersey. It tells the wrongful conviction stories of 6 people who were exonerated with the help of the Ohio Innocence Project at the University of Cincinnati. Jackson says he hopes the opera helps to give people a glimpse into what he went through.
6:41 on a Monday. Here's your 10-second takeaway. Oh, it's cooler today, breezy as well, so it feels much colder. So grab those warm layers. You'll need them all day long. High today, just 38.
A Chinese technology company has created an experimental AI function that enables users to remotely open and move their car just by looking at their phone screen. The technology is showcased in Barcelona this weekend. Now, engineers say the phone communicates with the vehicle via Wi-Fi, and then computers execute those functions. The tool is already available in China, and the company is working to give it the green light for overseas. Well, Gen Zs are taking part in book clubs, but in a predictably non-traditional way.
Gone are the days of meeting up in someone's living room, snacking on cheese, discussing the book. Gen Z prefers to gather at restaurants, dating events, breweries, or even on group runs. They use the club as a way to socialize, which is why book club event listings grew 24% last year. A driving force behind the book club popularity? Social media. It's been helping lead younger readers to new genres and in-person communities built around reading. Hashtag BookTok was TikTok's most popular community, outpacing hashtag Car Talk and Movie Talk.
Still not 100% sure how the Run Club book group would work.
Don't get running, so I can't breathe and talk and run at the same time, so I don't get that either. Yeah. Give me a glass of wine and cheese and
sounds great.
Call it good. It's now 6:43.
We are kicking off our Money Makeover series, and Allison Martinez is live this week sharing financial tips, and today she's at STCU.
That's right. Today we're breaking down everything you need to know all about retirement planning, coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
There are some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings.
Presentation looks great.
Thanks. Voya provides tools that help you make the right investment and benefit choices so you can reach today's financial goals. That one. And look forward to a more confident future.
That is one dynamic duo. Voya. Well planned, well invested, well protected.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I got a call swap.
You forgot your check.
We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
It's the big kickoff event this month at Northwest Fence, where every year we launch the fencing season with great bargains on fence and automated gate packages. So give us a call to schedule your new chain link, vinyl, or ornamental iron fence. Or maybe you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for materials. Save a little of the cost by shopping early and beating the summer rush during the spring launch at Northwest Fence. Nobody builds them better.
I was 44, working part-time. It was my first mammogram, and they found a few cancerous places in my left breast. I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't feel sick. I didn't have a lump in my breast. There was nothing. I wasn't afraid I was going to die. My first fear was, how am I going to tell my daughter? As a result of early detection, I didn't have to do chemotherapy. I just did surgery and radiation. Was able to maintain a good quality of life, and now it's a distant memory.
Imagine if information came with a nutrition label. Then you'd know if what you're consuming has the right mix of facts, sources, and context. But it's on us to make healthier choices about what to consume, share, and act on. Get Newslit Fit at newsliteracyweek.org.
Frozen water pipes are a serious risk during cold winter weather. When water freezes in a pipe, it can be a disaster for your home and your wallet. If you're not properly prepared, don't wait until it's too late. At Mainstream, we know exactly what it takes to keep your family safe during the cold season. So call or visit us online today.
The 4 News Now First Alert Weather app. Download or update it today.
Welcome back. It is 6:46. Financial security during retirement doesn't just happen. It takes planning and commitment.
And this week is a Money Makeover Week here on Good Morning Northwest. All week long, Allison Martinez will share tips and tricks from local experts to help you manage your finances. And today she is live at STCU talking about retirement planning. Good stuff, Allison.
Yeah, good morning. Now, as much as you love your day job, many of us are looking forward to those retirement years. And today we're breaking down some information to help set you up for success. I'm joined by Brian, who is the Chief Retail Officer here at STCU. Yeah, thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning.
Yeah, for someone, we've been sharing such helpful tips this morning. Thank you for that. For someone who's just searching where to go, now that they have this information and they want to take it to the next step, where do you advise them to go?
Sure. Well, it can get confusing, and I have a simple answer that hopefully makes it less confusing, which is find an STCU branch, walk inside, and let people know what you want to do, and we can point you in the right direction. It doesn't have to be complex. We can get you to the exact place you need to be to start the process.
Amazing. And another thing we've been talking about this morning is how important it is to really get started as soon as you can, as soon as you start earning an income. For people who might be a little bit later in life and they're at a stage where they want to get serious about this, what options are out there for them?
Well, all the same investment or retirement options that are available to anyone of any age are always available wherever you are age-wise. And of course, we've talked about the fact that it's never too early to start, right? But it's never too late to start. And in fact, you should check this out. There are catch-up contribution elements to many of these plans that allow people later in life to add even more so that they can achieve their retirement goals faster and sooner as their time frame's a little bit shorter.
Amazing. So good to know that there are so many options for you out there, no matter what stage you're at. Well, thank you so much. We're covering finance topics all week long for you and every single member of your family. For Money Makeover Week, we have that full breakdown on our website, kxly.com. Back to you guys in studio.
It's going to be some good stuff all week long. And this morning, okay, that's the current temp. But it probably feels a lot colder, doesn't it?
So we have winds 17 miles an hour. Add that with that, 19 degrees is what it feels like. That's how it affects your skin. If your kids are heading out, they're going to be waiting for a bus. Yeah, you want to make sure that they're dressed up and you're heading off to work. Look to the west, you're going to see birds flying through, and you're also going to see that full moon starting to set. 38 will be our high today. We're going to see the potential for afternoon snow showers. They're going to be light, but those winds 10 to 20 miles an hour today. Tonight, it's going to get clear out in the morning hours and cold with an overnight low of 24. Still some breezy conditions. Very active weather into the Pacific Northwest, but it's moved across us, and it was really south of us all morning long. Now it continues to move out. We take a closer view, and as this moves out, we see the clearing skies, but we see this coming directly from the west. It'll cross over, and that will bring in those snow showers that we talked about. Now, we're not expecting a lot here. In fact, on Tuesday into Wednesday, that's where we're going to see that potential. Tuesday night into Wednesday, we're going to see heavier snows into the Selkirks and the Northern Rockies, but also into the Cascades. We're expecting maybe an inch out of this system, and then it's going to continue to move out. We look at today's highs. They're going to be below average. We're going to be at 38, 42 into Ritzville, into Moses Lake, 45 degrees. We're going to be at 38. Sunshine at 36 for tomorrow. Then the winds and rain, snow mixed. That takes us all the way into the weekend. About every day we can expect to see something. Depending on timing and elevation, could be rain or snow.
What? Isn't that interesting?
Oh, it's going to be fun.
If you say so.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, boy. It is now 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with us on Good Morning Northwest on this Monday. We're right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show.
Tires do more than keep your vehicle moving forward.
At Perfection Tire, we maximize your safety, fuel efficiency, and driving comfort with the right tires for you.
Quality Cooper tires, knowledgeable people. Nobody beats perfection.
I'm worried about the draft. We got some bad zone control, and I'm concerned we're not bringing the heat. Look at this, crossover's off. We've got a weak dribble. We need a solid block, just not enough pressure. What do you think?
I think I'm doing just fine.
What?
Bill's Heating and AC is offering financing as low as 0% for 5 years. Call today.
For all your heating and cooling needs, leave it to the real professionals at Bill's.
This is Ford Truck Month. With amazing offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks. Make way for the event that only comes around once a year, featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. Get ready and get to Ford Truck Month. Lock in a 6-year rate. Get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 F-150 only at your local Ford dealer.
He was a university high school freshman who needed extra attention, but the person hired to help him violated him instead. Where is that paraeducator now? How much did the school have to pay? And why wasn't this case enough to stop it from happening again? Watch Thursday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
It only happens once every 4 years. So this week, Walker's Furniture is celebrating Leap Year with the biggest discounts of the year, where you can get unbeatable savings. Every bedroom set, dining room set, and comfortable sofas or sectionals, where you can take advantage of no-interest financing until next Leap Year with no money down. But you better hurry to save this big.
Because savings like these only happen every 4 years at Walker's.
From the beautiful craftsmanship of cabinets to the stylish looks of granite, quartz, and marble countertops, Northwest Granite has the staff and selection to help you transform your home, office, or cabin into the place of your dreams. Northwest Granite.
Perfection Tire uses the latest innovative automotive equipment and technology.
Plus, get the specialized touch of our certified techs who provide knowledgeable, caring service.
Cutting edge tech, down to earth people. Nobody beats perfection.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint.
Allison Martinez is live, kicking off the start of our Money Makeover Week with retirement planning tips.
The Supreme Court is set to hear 2 cases today that could determine the future of social media. Sydney Charles is breaking down those details.
Mark has your forecast to help you prepare for a windy day ahead with some rain showers expected.
But first, we begin with breaking news from the Middle East this morning. Today, Palestinian Authority Prime Minister Mohammed Staya and his government have submitted their resignations. The resignation comes as the Palestinian Authority comes under intense pressure from the U.S. to reform and improve its governance in the Israeli-occupied West Bank.
President Biden wants the House to pass a Senate bill that would provide $60 billion for Ukraine. Without it, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky argues millions of people will be killed. House Speaker Mike Johnson is under pressure to block the vote on Ukraine aid, but the bill appears to have enough bipartisan support to pass.
In just 2 days, Idaho will execute its first inmate in more than a decade. 73-year-old Thomas Creech is scheduled to die Wednesday morning. Creech is one of Idaho's most notorious criminals, convicted of 5 murders across 3 different states. He has spent more than half of his life on death row and will die via lethal injection. He will be Idaho's first execution since 2012, and we'll have a crew down in Boise to bring you the latest updates live Wednesday morning right here on Good Morning Northwest.
Well, as you wake up and head out in our first alert weather, you're going to see some sunshine. Now, we're going to have a sunny condition. We've had a few scattered snow showers really now into Montana on I-90 if you're crossing over. Lookout Pass has some fresh snow on it. We're freezing right now, but we do have the winds making it feel like it's 19 degrees. Our forecast today has it climbing up to 38 with increased cloud cover and some afternoon snow flurries.
New on Good Morning Northwest, several areas in North Idaho and eastern Montana are under a high avalanche warning this morning. That is according to the Idaho Panhandle Avalanche Center. Take a look at this map. Areas affected include the Selkirk and Cabinet Mountains, Kootenai and St. Regis, and Silver Valley. Travel in any of these areas is not advised. The warning expires just before 6 this evening.
The increase of opioid overdoses and deaths on the streets of Spokane is threatening our community. There are many different illicit drugs available, and if combined, they can prove lethal. Under a statewide program, the local organization Compassionate Addiction Treatment has been testing small drug samples and collecting the data to learn what drugs are on our streets. Bobby Lee is managing that program, and 6 years ago, she says that she was out on the streets herself, struggling with addiction. She says that she understands how dangerous these drugs are and wants to save lives. For more information on this program, you can find this story on KXLY.com.
The U.S. Supreme Court is set to make a decision about what Americans can see on social media. The justices will hear oral arguments today about whether 2 laws are constitutional, one from Florida, the other one from Texas. The Florida law bans tech companies from suspending the accounts of political candidates. The Texas law makes it illegal for tech companies to remove political content based on someone's viewpoint, even if it's hate speech. Supporters of these laws say social media platforms have been censoring users, especially those with conservative or religious views. But tech companies argue they have a right under the First Amendment to set their own standards in order to prevent misinformation.
This morning, we've been live at STCU breaking down all things retirement planning. Now, our key takeaway, timing and consistency. It's never too early to start saving, and no amount is too little. For all of our savings for retirement tips, you can go to our website, KXLY.com. We're breaking down all our biggest takeaways from the morning, and watch out for Money Matters Week up ahead as we share tips for you and your entire family. More information on that on KXLY.com.
This upcoming weekend, hundreds of talented high school track and field athletes will compete at the podium. Spokane Sports will host the STCU West Coast Championship for the 2nd year. 600 athletes from across the West Coast will participate in this last indoor track and field meet for the season. This will conclude the largest season Spokane has hosted in the 3 years since the podium opened.
This past weekend at People's Park in Spokane, a group of volunteers gathered to pick up some trash. From tires to fast food wrappers, volunteers gathered multiple bags full. And the group's founder encourages everyone to do the same, and you can find information about how you can join this group on our website, KXLY.com.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, the promise and peril of artificial intelligence. This morning, ABC News is beginning a week-long look at the fast-changing technology, starting with a look at which jobs could be in danger because of AI. We'll have a final check of weather with Mark right after this break.
4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean,
whoa.
Hi, I'm Martita, award-winning interior designer and realtor, and I always stop by Consign Furniture and Jewelry first. For my interior design projects, there is inspiration everywhere. One-of-a-kind, budget-friendly pieces, all in 60,000 square feet. For my real estate clients, whether they want to buy or sell, I always encourage them to consign. They do all the heavy lifting while you sit back, relax, and collect your check. Consign Furniture and Jewelry. Smart way to buy, easy way to sell.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
Good morning. We've got a little bit of sunshine out there. We've got freezing temperatures, but gusty winds making it feel like it's 19 degrees as you head out. We're going to have by 10 o'clock 33, but we still have the gusty winds. Breezy this afternoon with a chance of, again, snow showers or snow flurries starting as early as 2 or 3 o'clock. They're going to be hit and miss. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and colder with a high of 36. Then warm, wet, and windy for Wednesday, 45 degrees with rain continuing through Thursday. But Wednesday morning could see a little light snow.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us to start off your week.
Yeah, we will see you throughout Good Morning America. It starts next.